Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Mexico City. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Recovered by the defense.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Brady now on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Brady's pass.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It's from the gun. It's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him? Give him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
On 2nd and goal. Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And this one is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Airing this one out, and that's caught inside the 35.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 64 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. The 20.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his second touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he loses the football a second time. Touchdown. The New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Buccaneers.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Dancing to his left. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now Brady again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Deontay Harris. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owner looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks him, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Brady to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Buccaneers have it.
Alvin Kamara on the carry.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game. And they did.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. P.J. Williams with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you move.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Complete.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37.
On 1st down, Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, it's Brady rolling to his left. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taysom Hill to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 44 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
And he's able to put it through. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, and getting him in for 6 points.
To kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
I need to get my
This is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown.
Will Lutz lining up for the...
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 19.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game.
Now that's caught at the 25.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 81 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Matt Gay.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, and not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
The Saints take over.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
There he goes, right side.
Yeah, baby. We coming.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady going deep this time. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Fields this way up at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
By the Saints.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Here's Harris to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 26 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe it.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is caught. Well, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Breeze's throw going to be caught by Sanders and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Breeze going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. They run it again with Kamara. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal.
Here's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Buying time to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Dancing to his left. He's got Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
48-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady now on 1st down. Being chased out left. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Steps away to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
and I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20.
That's what it is, baby.
And
That's
he
what it
fumbled it.
is.
It's on the ground. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Buccaneers.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the 10.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levante David came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score.
52. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over first and 10.
So out come the Bucs now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 26 yards. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze is looking to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
52. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, Dare Ogunbowale. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Brady to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Saints 84,